You're scrolling Instagram and you see someone your age who's more successful than you. Better body, better job, better life. And immediately, you feel like garbage about yourself. You see your friend post about their relationship, their vacation, their accomplishments, and instead of being happy for them, you just feel behind. You are constantly comparing yourself to everyone, and it's slowly destroying you. In this video, I'm going to talk about why you can't stop comparing yourself to other people and how it's keeping you miserable. Now, comparing yourself to others is natural. Your brain does it automatically. It's how humans have figured out where they stand. Like, am I doing well? Am I falling behind? The only way to know is to look at other people, in general. Before my time and slowly in my early life, you only compared yourself to people immediately around you. Your neighbors, your classmates, your friends, your coworkers, your family members. And that was manageable because you were comparing yourself to maybe, I don't know, 40, 30, maybe 20 people max. But nowadays, you're comparing yourself to literally everyone. Everyone on Instagram, everyone on Twitter, everyone on TikTok. You're comparing yourself to people who are richer, better looking, more successful, and living better lives. And you're doing it constantly every time you open an app. You're comparing their life to like their highlight reel or their best post. It's like you see the vacation, but you don't see the amount of credit card debt. You see the body, but you don't either see the amount of hours in the gym or the amount of money spent on surgery. You see the success, but you don't see the amount of years they put into it or the amount of fortune they inherited. But your brain doesn't know that. Your brain just sees someone doing better than you, and it makes you feel like you're failing. And here's what constant comparison does to you. You're never satisfied with what you have. You could be doing well, making progress, building something. But the second you see someone doing better, it doesn't matter anymore. You feel behind. You feel like you're not doing enough, even when you are. And I feel the exact same way with this channel. There are times that I post videos and they completely flop, or sometimes they do pretty good. But my standards could vary because, I'll look at other people's channels and realize maybe they'll post the same thing similar to mine, and they get a lot of views from it, a lot of subs, and, if I get a 10,000 view video and they get a 100,000 view video that's in the exact same niche, I start to feel like that achievement of me getting that amount of views is nothing. But in your case, you start questioning everything. You see someone making money a different way and you think, maybe I should be doing that. Or maybe I should do that instead of what I'm doing. You see someone with a different body type and you think, maybe I need to change my whole routine. Maybe I need to do exactly what they're doing and give up what I'm doing. You're constantly second guessing yourself because someone else is doing something different. Now, that never has to be a bad thing. Sometimes if you see someone's routine on a video and you want to implement that into your routine, go ahead. But one thing about all the routine videos, because I used to watch so many, like the day in a lives, right? That's a big deal. About 95% of them, aren't real. It's exactly like the Ashton Hall thing, that was a whole joke. Like, it was funny, but a lot of people genuinely believe a lot of people do that. Or a lot of times those videos are there just to sponsor something little and you don't even notice it. Another good one is that you feel like you're running out of time. You see people your age who've already quote unquote made it and you start panicking. You start thinking you're too late, you're too far behind, and you'll never catch up, even though you're probably doing fine. And with that point, I felt the exact same way in school. When I had to move states, I had to make new friends and had no idea where to make them, so I joined honor classes, and everyone in there were way smarter than me. Everyone already knew what they were doing. Everyone had scholarships, a college they wanted to go to. Literally the same 10 people that I talked to were the top of the class. And I really didn't struggle in the classes, but I really didn't think I'd be able to keep up at their same level. So when the next year rolled around, I decided to drop out of my honor classes and decided not to take any college classes because I thought, I wasn't that smart compared to these people. And in general, I was pretty jealous. But no matter what happened, we all got accepted into the same college. Obviously, I didn't want to go to college, but I got accepted. I had my own plans to, do some other things. And when they opened the school website to check their grades, I was always pocket watching that. Like, I was a creep, just looking behind their shoulders, staring at their screen. I was just so locked in. I was like, man. And this brings me on to the last point, and the worst one. You stop enjoying your own life. You're too busy watching everyone else. You achieve something, and instead of celebrating, you immediately look at what someone else has achieved, and you feel like yours doesn't count at all. You can't even be happy for yourself anymore. It's just not possible. And like everything, the main root for this, I'd say social media. I mean, it's kind of where everything came from, because everyone's curating their life to look perfect. Nobody posts their failures. Nobody posts their bad days. Nobody posts anything boring. You are seeing the top 1% of everyone's existence, the best moments, the biggest wins, the most flattering angles, and you're comparing that to your everyday reality. And it's not even real half the time. People are faking it. Renting cars they don't own, photoshopping their bodies, lying about their income, making up stories to look impressive. You see it all the time. Like one of the biggest lies ever is with OnlyFans. Many people on OnlyFans say how much they make and slowly try to lure people into that, when in reality, they're not making anything close to what they're saying. Sure, it may be a lot, but most of the time they're fluctuating the numbers to try to lure you in. But back to the post, like the person seems to have it all figured out, but they're probably miserable, and in ways that you don't see. But no matter what, you don't see anything anyway, and you feel like you're failing in comparison. And the thing about comparison is that you'll never win, ever. Because there's always going to be someone doing better than you in some area. You could be the richest person you know, but there's someone richer. You can be in the best shape of your life, but there's someone in better shape. You could accomplish everything you've ever wanted, and there's someone who's accomplished more. So if you're basing your happiness on being better than other people, you're setting yourself up to be miserable forever, because there are times you're not going to be better than other people because the goalpost keeps moving. And the worst part is that people you're comparing yourself to are probably comparing themselves to other people. Everyone's stuck in this cycle of feeling bad because other people exist. Nobody wins. Everyone just feels like they're losing. And when you genuinely can't stop comparing, you stop doing things you actually enjoy because they're not impressive enough. You stop pursuing things you care about because someone else is doing something that looks cooler. You start making decisions based on what looks good to other people instead of what actually matters to you. Another good one, you waste time on things you don't even want. You chase goals that aren't yours just because someone else has them. You try to build a life that looks good on Instagram or Twitter, I don't know, any social media. I'm gonna stop saying Instagram. I just love Instagram though. Dude, I can't get off of it. Instead of a life that actually makes you happy. And you end up living for an audience that doesn't even care. Because here's the truth. Nobody's thinking about you as much as you think they are. The people you're trying to impress, they're too busy comparing themselves to other people to care about what you're doing. So, how do you stop comparing yourself to others? First thing, I talk about this a lot, but it makes sense in this one, is limit the use of that app. Or, change the algorithm. Or unfollow specific people. The less you see other people's highlight reels, their posts, the less you'll compare. You can't compare yourself to people you're not looking at. Now, second, compare yourself to yourself. The only person you should be competing with is who you were yesterday. Are you better than you were last week, last month, or last year? That's the only comparison that matters. Everyone else is on a different path. Their progress has nothing to do with yours. Third, remember that you're seeing a performance. It's either heavily scripted, heavily edited, or, again, a performance. It is all just show. Fourth, focus on what you actually want, not what looks impressive. Like I said earlier, not what other people are doing. What do you actually care about? What actually makes you happy? Build your life around that, not around what gets likes. And that's one thing I had to fix because I had a lot of friends, or people I knew. They weren't really friends, but a lot of people I knew, stuff that they thought were a huge deal, I started thinking, well, I guess it is a big deal, when it really wasn't, especially to me. Like, I really didn't care. What I care about is working on myself and being happy, because that will truly get me pretty far. Fifth, and this is like a big one to me in particular, celebrate your wins without looking at what anyone else is doing. You accomplish something that matters. It doesn't matter if someone else accomplished something bigger. Your progress is still progress. Stop making your own achievements smaller because someone else exists. And that's something I had to learn, like I talked about with my YouTube studio, my stats, my videos, my views, subs, whatever, like all of that I had to learn. And the final tip I have to say is that realize everyone's struggling with something. That person who looks like they have it all together, they don't. Nobody does. Everyone's faking it to some degree. Stop putting people on pedestals and then feel bad that you're not on one. There used to be so much drama in my school, and everyone would post the craziest vacations, whatever, doing all this stuff, and they had horrible problems. I hear them crying to their friends about something. It's like, oh my god, it's something new every day. Anyway, that's a pretty quick video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Please subscribe if you watched this far. But if you want to further support me, I have a Buy Me Coffee link in the description. Up to you. Anything is amazing and I'm grateful for. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. Stop comparing yourself to everyone. It's making you miserable. It makes you question everything and it keeps you from being happy with your own life. You can keep scrolling, you can keep comparing, you can keep feeling like you're not enough. but nothing's going to change. You'll just keep feeling worse. It's like that one meme, nothing happens. I love that Chud meme. It's amazing. Anyway, that's about it. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye.